So I was talking with an online business owner the other day, and he's got a decent business, decent sized list, decent sized following on YouTube and on social media, and his business is kind of stagnant. And he thinks that part of it is because he is not doing enough to grow his email list. So I just flat out asked him, I said, "What have you done the past 7 days to grow your list?" And he kind of sat there and thought for a second. He said, "Well, nothing." So I kind of laughed and I said, "Well, I think we've identified the problem here. How is your list going to grow if you're not doing anything to grow it?" And this is the biggest problem that I see that a lot of online business owners have, why they don't find success, why they don't scale up, why they go into this doom spiral where they're sending out emails, they're getting some results, but it's not exceptional. They know they need better people onto their list, but they become demotivated because every time they mail their list, they're not happy with the performance, so they think it's not going to work, so they don't do anything to grow the list, and nothing ever happens, and they shift to something else, chase another shiny object. The thing is, every online business functions the same way. I don't care what channels you use, I don't care what industry you're in, I don't care what products you sell. You have 4 phases. You have lead generation, you have lead capture, you have lead conversion, and then you have back end or retention, where you sell those people, your customers, you sell them other things and increase the lifetime value of the relationship. It doesn't matter what you sell. Everyone follows the same path. And this is why I'm so big on email, because everything you do on social media, well, what's the point of all that stuff? The point is to generate leads, capture those leads, convert those leads, and then retain them by selling them other stuff. Why do you do YouTube? Well, you want to generate leads, you want to capture those leads, you want to convert those leads, and then you want to sell them other stuff. Why do you do advertising? You want to generate leads, you want to capture those leads, you want to convert those leads, and then you want to sell them other stuff. So my mental model for online business is, it doesn't matter what channels you're on. It doesn't matter what you're doing in your business, whether you're using webinars, whether you're using funnels, whether you have a book funnel, whether you have a free opt-in, whether you're doing services and you're looking for appointments. Like, every business follows those same 4 steps. That's how it works. That's just the way it is. Most people play the game of business on defense. They react to whatever happens, right? You look at their calendar. Look at the average online business owner's calendar. Probably a mess. They're responding to emails, they're responding to clients. They're just reacting to everything that's going on in the world instead of imposing their will upon the world, right? You cannot play on defense. You have to go on offense, and you have to go on offense every single day. Good example of this, when Elon Musk bought Twitter, he was having a conversation with Parag, who was the former CEO before he was fired. And there's a really funny, maybe you've seen the screenshot of the conversation. Parag is saying all these things about, like, you're tweeting out that Twitter is dying and it's very destructive for our team, and it's throwing everything into chaos. And Elon just replies, "What did you get done this week?" That's great, because it's like, what did you get done this week? Like, you're here complaining about this, and that, about how I'm harming the company, but like, what did you actually do? And it's a great case study, because Elon fired, large amount of people, and yeah, sure, the valuation of the business dropped, but I personally have seen a rush of advertisers back on. I think they're going to be okay long term. I think it was a very good decision. What did you get done this week? That's what you have to ask yourself in your business. What did you do in the last 7 days to grow your list? If you didn't do anything, you cannot expect your list to grow. It would be like, imagine if you planted a garden in your backyard and you wanted to grow tomatoes, but you never watered your plants. Like, they're going to die. That's what's going to happen. Your business is the same way. Like, you need to take action. You need to do something. What did you do in the last 7 days? What did you do in the last 14 days? What did you do in the last 21 days, last 28 days? Your business isn't going to grow by accident. It's not going to happen. I wish it was. I wish it was easy. I wish $1 million just falls in your lap. It doesn't work that way. What did you get done this week? Did you post any content? Did you make any social posts? Did you write a blog? How many emails did you write? Can you repurpose those? Did you make any videos? Did you try to set up any podcasts? Did you reach out to any media outlets? Did you reach out to any potential affiliate partners? Did you look to see who you could do a list swap with? Did you reach out to any influencers? Did you reach out to any of your friends who also have businesses who might be able to help you grow? Did you join in new communities where your customers or clients might be hanging out? Did you do any SEO? The thing is, I can make a video for you about different list growth strategies, and I probably will, and I've made a few in the past, but it's not going to matter. You could have a million different strategies. None of them are going to matter unless you actually take action and do something. This is why I'm a big believer in daily email, because if you have committed to emailing your list every single day, you are forcing yourself to create a form of content. That content can be repurposed. I've taken my emails verbatim and posted on the social, because if it's a good email and it's a good message and I got a good response, other people who aren't on my list yet might like it too. And some of those people might see what I have to say and they would have never seen it because they're not on my list. and then they'll join my list. So that's the easiest thing you can do in the world. It gets you into the habit of creating something on a daily basis. The people who make the most money tend to be the most prolific. And if you say, I don't have time to do content, fine, sure, whatever, don't do content. Are you running ads? If you're running ads, if you're paying for advertisements, that's another way to get leverage. We're using capital instead of sweat equity to grow your list. Key thing is you have to do something. I do something 7 days a week to grow my list. I'm always on social, talking to people, posting, interacting with people. I'm DMing people, texting friends who have businesses, keeping those relationships warm, sending emails to my list all the time. I'm going on podcasts, doing all these things. I have ads running 365 days of the year. Even if it's a low amount of spend, who cares? It's positive momentum forward. Sit on your hands and do nothing. You're not going to make any money. It's the way it works. It's called driving traffic because you have to drive it. Drive is a verb. It's an action word. You have to find ways to drive traffic consistently over to your business or you're not going to win. Some businesses have the advantage of scale and size where they're so well known that people just show up. And if you have a brick and mortar location in town through a high traffic area, yeah, you don't have to worry about traffic as much because of the location of where you're at. You have other problems, but you need to either find a way to plug yourself into a never-ending jet stream of traffic, or you need to go out and do things that drive traffic because people are not going to show up on your website. They're not going to go through your funnels by accident. If a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, it doesn't make a sound. I don't know. If your business exists online, but no one knows it exists, does it really exist? I want you to write down, take out a piece of paper and a pen, write down on a list, what are 10 things you can do this week to drive traffic, grow your list, whether it's posting content, whether it's getting an ad funnel up, whether it's reaching out to people who have an audience, of people who you could cut a deal with them, you could do a list swap, you could do an affiliate thing. You have to do something, but get moving.